Turn me up some more.
Hey, what's up guys, how we doing? I've been getting a lot of requests to do reviews of different products, different things that I use, and I'm always getting asked what bats I use and if I could talk about some of the bats I've swung in the past so people can get a better idea. There's so many models out there, there's so many companies that it can get confusing at times, so I figured I'd break down a lot of the bats that I use, kind of explain what I like about them, what I don't like about them, so you guys have a better idea and I can go out and get whatever bat you want. So the first bat I'm going to do, this is probably the most common bat you'll find. Most of the players that I come across, either playing with or playing against, a lot of guys will be swinging this bat. It's a Louisville Slugger M9, it's a C271. So this is the actual model number. If you're going to go out and look for this type of bat, it's a C271 by Louisville Slugger. Other companies might call it something different, but it's mostly known by C271 model number. So this is a bat that I've used almost my entire career. When I first got drafted back in 2006, I tried a bunch of different models. I didn't know much about wood bats. I didn't know what a C271 was. So I tried a bunch of different things, and then I kind of found this one my second year. I started to realize that a lot of guys were swinging it. It was one of the most prevalent bats in professional baseball, so I gave it a try, and I really liked it. So a couple things about the bat. First, the barrel size is a medium, is what they call it. So it's not a big barrel, but it's not too small. It's kind of right in the middle, which I like. The handle is 15/16 of an inch, so it's kind of like the barrel. It's not a real skinny handle, but it's not too thick of a handle. I'd say it's more in the middle. One thing I really like about C271s is this taper at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that, or it kind of flares out a little bit. On my bats, I always like my bottom hand to be a little bit thicker than my top hand. Now, if you guys go out and try a number of bats, you'll start finding that every few often, that certain models, the top hand will feel a little bit thicker than the bottom hand. For me personally, just from using a bunch of bats, I like the bottom hand to feel thicker than the top hand. That's probably one of the main reasons I like the C271 is because of this flare at the bottom. It's a really balanced bat, so a lot of times you'll find skinny handle bats with big barrels are going to be a little bit more top heavy. I like something a little bit more balanced. It doesn't feel like all the weight is down here at the end and it feels real heavy. The weight feels like it's more in this area, which I like, and again, that's a feel thing. So if you haven't swung wood bats, you're going to have to go out and go to a store, go to a wood bat store and just grab a bunch of bats, and you can tell pretty quickly just by moving around a little bit, taking a few practice swings, how the bat feels. What are some other things I like? I get a lot of questions, what does the M9 mean? Basically, it's a maple bat. So there's a bunch of different types of bats. The most prevalent bats used are ash or maple. Then there's birch. There's a bunch of other things that are kind of new on the scene. But ash and maple are bats that have been used for a while. Maple's newer than ash. Most maples and again, it depends. Some guys like the feel of ash. They do feel different, ash and maple. So I've always liked maple. They're a little bit heavier. But also they don't splinter, so I feel they last a little bit longer, especially if you use the bat in BP. But again, it's a feel thing, so if you've never swung one or the other, grab a bat, try to get a few swings in with it, see what you like. And that's about it. This is a little bit older of a bat. This is back in my national days, but you can see it lasts pretty long. I've hit with this in BP a lot, and I just actually found it downstairs. So yeah, that's it. If you got any more questions, let me know. But this is definitely, obviously, I've used that almost my entire career. I'm a big fan of it, and I think, especially if you're new to wood bats, I would try this one out first, just because it's such a common bat. You can find this anywhere, and it's a good balance. It's kind of in the middle of the bat spectrum. It's not a big, huge, heavy bat, and it's not a really, really light, small bat. It's kind of in the middle. I think that's why a lot of guys like it. That's really why I like it. So I hope this helped you out. If you guys have any questions, just put it in the comment section below. I'll try to help you guys out and answer as many questions as I can. All right. Well, hope this helped you out, and we'll talk to you later.